This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to Wandering Grey Bruce. I'm your host, Krista McKee, and with me today is Rhonda Brown.
Hello.
It's
I'm
great.
back.
It's wonderful that you can join me because I need a co-pilot.
I love our day trips, I gotta say. I really enjoy this.
We do have fun. We do have fun. Today we are going to discover the shorelines of the Georgian Bay area, which, you know what, we don't really know all the places that you could spend a Saturday or a Sunday when you're out and about. So we thought we would start here on Side Road 25, which is just west of Meaford, and we're going to go up to the Irish Mountain Lookout.
Yahoo!
I know, it's spectacular. The views are just wonderful there.
Oh my gosh, I gotta say, I am somewhat partial to the east shoreline and the views that you get, and the stunning sunset shots over here are just incredible.
They are, yeah. Beautiful area. Don't know whether it's been totally discovered by the tourist population yet, but yeah.
I know, that's
we can still maybe call it our own. I know it is bittersweet.
It is bittersweet. We need the tourism, but at the same time, it does change things for us as the locals. But
it does.
It does make our community viable, which during these times is a really important thing.
It is, yeah, certainly is. And another spot that we'll be going by here. I hear it's one of your favorite alligator toe soup establishments.
You know what? I've never been. It's Ted's Range Road Diner.
Yes.
I've never actually gotten there, but I definitely, it's on my bucket list for sure. I hear the food is incredible and that the live music is amazing.
Yeah, and I didn't realize they do, it's just a jam session where people get together?
I believe it is, and I think it's Wednesdays from when I've been online and seen that sort of thing. But you'd want to call and check or look into it. If the music portion of it is really important to you.
Here, we'll just take a quick.
Oh my gosh!
There we go.
Look at this. And boy, talk about unassuming. You'd have no idea driving by this how awesome the food is, and that's all I've ever heard about this place.
Yes.
And we were saying, like, alligator, some people not so keen to try that sort of thing. But how bad can it be? People keep ordering it. It's still on the menu. I figure it's probably really, really good.
I'm thinking you might, I don't know. I'm the typical Caesar salad, play it safe type of girl. I might nudge my husband to order the dish and try a taste of it.
Yeah, let me try a little bit of that. Yeah. That's a good way of getting it.
Glenn will eat anything, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I'm looking forward to the end of today's show too. I think there might be something that we might really enjoy.
A little taste? Yes, a little taste. Yes. Now, we're just kind of coming up the hill here to Irish Mountain Lookout, and the lookout itself used to belong to Grey Sobble Conservation. And back in 1997, the staff and the directors took a look at a lot of properties, and this property kind of was deemed surplus, so they handed it over to St. Vincent Township, which is now the municipality of Meaford. And that leads me to another trivia question. What municipalities became part of the municipality of Meaford 20 years ago?
And I should know the answer to this, but I did turn 50 this year, and things are kind of a little fuzzy at times.
No, you didn't.
I did.
My, welcome to the club.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's an experience that everyone's got to do at least once, maybe more, if there is history, right?
Yeah. So I did, being 50 now, my doctor recommended I have a colonoscopy test for the first time, as you say, because I've got a bit of a family history with colon cancer.
Yeah.
So that was definitely an event that will not soon be forgotten, I have to say. But really, not nearly as bad as I had heard it would be.
Yeah, they've certainly improved the medication, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure what you call it. The turbo flush medication that you have to take.
That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you get a good
is.
night's sleep in between trips to the bathroom, and when you go to the hospital, they're great at Grey Bruce
gosh.
at the health unit, or not the health unit. My goodness, at the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And
a wonderful
mine was
group.
actually in Meaford.
You came to Meaford.
I came to Meaford, so
Wow.
and it was a very pleasant experience. And you know, they certainly have a lot of different protocols, I think, in place right now with COVID-19. But it was not nearly as scary as I had anticipated.
Oh,
so
very good.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay. And you woke up at the end, and
yeah, everything was good.
Yeah.
You know, I was feeling 5 pounds lighter.
I know.
And it was fabulous.
I know.
So,
You could get into those skinny jeans afterwards. that
maybe not
doesn't
after
last.
today's visit.
No, not after today. So let's get out and have a look and see what we can see, because the views are going to be spectacular here.
Oh gosh, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'd have to say this is my favorite spot. The views are just amazing.
Oh my gosh, we are so lucky to have stuff like this. And the thing is, unless you're off traveling in another foreign country, you don't think to stop and check these places out. But this is on par with anything I've seen.
Yeah, it's very typical, like Big Bay that you had mentioned, but you're able to get out and have a look at the top, right? And the nice part about it, bring a picnic lunch.
Yeah.
There's privies here, so you got that covered. Not that that's the topic of the whole
of our day.
Seems to be, but it's a great place to have a picnic, and you might want to check with Municipality Meaford just in case you had to make a reservation. I'm not sure on that.
For the shelter,
but if you just wanted to take a chance, you could probably come up and have a picnic here.
Yeah.
Because there are picnic tables outside of the shelter. I noticed there was one right on the edge, if you could imagine. It's a little risky if you had kids, but
oh my goodness,
because there is no fence there. But it's still a really neat spot. If you can keep everyone contained in the pavilion, it's a lovely place to have a picnic, and the views are just spot on. Probably on a clear day, you can see the slopes at Collingwood.
Oh, yes, easily.
Yeah.
It is just, we're here at the peak moment as far as I'm concerned, with the foliage and the colors and the different shades of green. It is just stunning.
It would be a go-to spot, wouldn't it, in the fall? Yeah, it would be. On a nice clear day, and even just a few clouds, a great spot for if you're into photography. Yeah.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on the road. Where are we heading?
I think the next place we should check out is the Georgian Trail, a rail trail. It is an awesome spot to go to. I think it's around 34 kilometers, but it starts in the harbor area of Meaford and goes right to Collingwood. And when I was doing a bit of research, there is an amazing spot in Collingwood. I know we've crossed out of Grey County a little bit, but they have put up the teaching of the Seven Fathers in Collingwood.
What is that?
I know, it's like a round type of gazebo with different impressions that when the sun shines casts a shadow onto the ground. You've got to go there. It's absolutely stunning. And it's right in the Collingwood waterfront, which is the end of the Georgian Rail Trail, which is that 34 kilometers. So if you're really ambitious and like a great bicycle ride, you could park in Meaford. You got to remember, you got to turn around and come back. But even if you parked in Thornbury, it would be a really neat spot to go to.
Yeah. Well, and even if you put a car at the front and a car at the back of your trail, of your destination and your starting point, you know, like you would on a river cruise or a river. We like to do a canoe and that sort of thing.
For canoeing,
So,
yeah, definitely.
Sounds like that would be really awesome. Are we going to see that today?
Not the teachings of the Seven Fathers, no, because
Okay.
that's just a little far to go. But
Okay.
we are going to go look for the Georgian Trail. So let's have a look and see if we can find that. We have found our way to the Meaford Harbor.
And it's busy.
It's a busy spot.
It is. And, well, I mean, look at the view. It is spectacular out here.
Very nice. Oh, I love the old cannon that's here.
Yeah, it's a really nice walk down along here. This is just when you're coming into Meaford and you're kind of on that bend, and I don't know if it's still there, that the pirate ship that the kids would always jump on.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah,
the
they
playground
just
is
love that. The playground.
playground
yeah.
equipment is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is an info center and a museum here as well that's just coming up. And of course the marina
Yes.
that's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome spot. It's so nice to see the big masts of the sailboats and things against the water. And it's very pretty. I like Meaford.
It is. I always thought it was kind of a sleepy little town, but it's not.
No.
It is a very vibrant, busy spot that is it's kind of become a go-to spot with Collingwood expanding and Thornbury. A lot of people have come to Meaford.
Yes, absolutely.
They have.
It's a beautiful spot.
And it looks as if we can't get across the bridge. Well,
Oh my goodness. Doing a little bit of upkeep on the bridge, which is a good thing.
it's a lovely thing. Well, nothing like a good detour. So we will go around this way and see if we can't find. Oh, look at, there's the new library.
Oh, where? Down on the...
Up here on the corner.
Oh, yes. I thought you were looking back there. Yeah, isn't it? It looks like a really impressive building at this point.
And I think they are very pleased with their fundraising goal as well.
Big trucks. Yeah, you know, a library, to me, certainly does make a community. It is a hub, you know, in sound, that's for sure.
It is. And we've got a bit of action happening.
Well, this is
There we go.
life.
Never a dull moment.
No, not at all.
But that's
so
all right.
One of the restaurants here that I've been to that has pretty awesome food is the Leaky Canoe.
Oh, yes.
Always
Oh my
enjoyed
gosh.
the food in there. Oh my goodness, yeah.
The Leaky Canoe is great, and I've been there many a times where I have stood waiting. It's a very popular spot.
Yep. The Groove is a secondhand clothing store, and I've always had a lot of really great luck in there.
Oh.
Yep. If you're looking for some retro or just, you know, gently used,
Yes,
reduce, reuse, recycle.
exactly.
Yep.
And let's see if we can't pick up that kiosk down this street here.
Oh, did you smell that?
Food. Oh, you have a
Pierogi
nose.
Palace.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
hungry. I can't wait for our finish off today.
Oh my gosh, Rhonda. I did not realize that I had an endless stomach in the
Yeah.
passenger side of my car.
Oh, well, it did smell really good.
It did. I have to admit, it did smell very good. Now we want to pick up the kiosk here for the Georgian Trail,
Yes.
and hopefully, I have no idea how can one be lost in Meaford, but I think I'm lost in Meaford.
I love being lost because it means you're going to be going down different paths that you wouldn't necessarily take if you knew exactly where you were going. So it's always a good adventure. We'll find it.
We will find it.
Well, you may recognize the fact that this is not the Georgian Rail Trail in Meaford.
Right.
We were not able to locate the kiosk. Now, in our defense, it might have been because there was construction going on, but
the trail bridge was blocked off.
It was a big mess.
Yeah, so we tried to go around it, and then we made a new friend in the process because I had stopped in the wrong spot. But anyway, we are here at Peasemarsh Nature Reserve now. And it is just a stone throw from the Georgian Rail Trail. So if you are biking or walking the Georgian Rail Trail, you can stop here, and it is a beautiful, and it's a nature preserve, and Nature Preserve says it all. There's 3 categories of property classifications with Grey Sauble Conservation, and a nature preserve is just that. There is no active management done on the property at all. So here what you will have is minimal interference with what's going on, what's growing here. Even the trail that we're standing on is wood chipped, so it's very natural. Back in 1983, the used to be called the Township of Collingwood, because we were making mention of what the old municipalities were called. And we made an agreement with them, and they have a day use area at the one end of it now. So you can gain access to a lovely sand beach that's here. Yes, but you can also hike the trail, which we are standing on, and it takes you to Indian Brook, which is an absolute fabulous place to go fishing. So there's a lot of things you can do here in this nature preserve. Yes, so it's just east of Thornbury.
Okay.
If you were going to go looking for it. If you're traveling more than 80 kilometers on Highway 26, you will blow by the entrance of it. So you gotta take your time, and you will find it. If not, you make it to Collingwood, turn around and come back and look for it.
So I would think you could walk the trail back to Thornbury?
You can, the Georgian Rail Trail, right?
Trail,
which is just on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, it is, it's, boy, just a little gem, and you would not know it was here when you're flying over the highway to Collingwood to go skiing and that sort of thing, but it is really beautiful.
It's a great place to stop. So if you were planning a family outing on the bicycle, or if you were going to go hiking, you could definitely stop here, go for a swim, because there is a sand beach here as well, which is absolutely fabulous. But the history, a lot of people always want to know why it's called Peasemarsh.
What is that?
I know. So Edith L. Marsh was the last descendant living here, and she loved birds. And when Malcolm Kirk approached her to purchase this property back when it was North Grey Region Conservation, they put a covenant on the property that it would remain in its natural state. And it would be a sanctuary for birds to hang out, land, migrate, whatever the case might be that the bird is looking for. But Pease, the word Pease, P-E-A-S-E, was her mother's maiden name. So hence Peasemarsh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
boy, she would be absolutely thrilled with the results of her covenant that she decided to do that, because this is really beautiful.
Yeah. She was a very good author. She's wrote many books, and you can look it up. There's quite a few that you can find on Amazon. They're collector items, right? Because I think the last book she may have wrote would have been back in the late 70s. I think when she was 80 some odd years old, she published a few books, children books and bird books as well. So, yeah, it's a neat little spot. But again, poison ivy lives here.
Not your friend.
Yes. So definitely stay on the trail, and that way you stay away from getting involved with it. And for fishing, it'll be all the typical species that come in off of Georgian Bay. So there'll be trout and salmon, and make sure you have that lovely outdoors card that you need to have if you're going to go fishing. Yeah.
Oh wow, what a great spot. Oh, I'm glad we're here.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice spot. Huge parking lot. There's a privy here that the town of Blue Mountains, or the Blue Mountains, which they're now called, has placed here, which it's been a wonderful agreement between the two agencies, and a lot of people have learnt that it's here, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it does need to get used, right?
Yeah. And that's what public spaces are for. Yeah. And the best part is we have access to this all the time. We live in this neighborhood, but always remember what you bring in, you take home with you. It's awful. We see litter right in front of us here on the trail, which is really disheartening, but us being local people here, definitely look after what's in your backyard.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm glad you came along with me, but we also have another mission because we drove by a couple of spots that have pastry. So we're going to hike this trail, check it out, and then we're going to hop back in my car, which I just realized I left the keys in the ignition.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They probably won't steal a Rogers van. They might steal my car, but...
And we need cash for the treats, so yeah, we should probably go check on that.
We'll go check it out. Yeah.
Sounds
cool.
good.
Okay.
Well, that was Peasemarsh, and we did it.
We did it. Peasemarsh is an absolute fabulous spot to go. One of my favorite little tuckaways, and there was quite a few people that have actually found Peasemarsh, which is, it's okay. We'll share.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're going to head back into Thornbury. But one of the things I wanted to mention was the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail. Yeah, it is it's on my bucket list. We'll put it that way.
Oh, wow.
It is a trail system that actually takes in the Great Lakes. So here we go, our geography lesson.
Oh dear, I'm not
Lake
great in
Ontario,
geography.
Lake Erie. Where did I leave off? Let's
Lake
see. Oh dear.
Huron.
Lake Huron and then Georgian Bay.
In Georgian Bay.
Whoops, wrong gear.
I know some of these places for sure.
But it's about 3,600 kilometers. It starts in Ottawa and it runs down past Lake Ontario, down towards Lake Erie, and then up along Lake Huron. It dips around Georgian Bay, and it takes in approximately 150 communities.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's on my bucket list. I think it would be really neat to kind of get off the 400 series highway.
Yep.
Now, they prefer you to do it by bicycle. So I don't know whether I can talk my husband into doing the bicycle thing, but
That would be a long trip, wouldn't it?
but you could still do it by car. There are portions of it that are off that main highway that are on a bike trail, but still it's going to take you along the old highway series along Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, which I think is really neat. People don't take the time to do that.
They really don't. And I mean, how did I not know about this, considering like the Bruce Trail gets so much advertising and marketing, and you know, everybody knows about the Bruce Trail, and it is spectacular, but this one sounds pretty interesting too.
It is, but it is signed here. It is in Grey and Bruce, and the signs are up on the side of the road. So you just have to look for Great Lakes Waterfront Trail, and you will see it along Grey County Road 1. Okay. You'll see it along here, along Highway 26. It's actually along part of the Tom Thompson Trail as well.
Okay.
So it's here.
There you go, yeah.
We just didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, I think I'm going to add that to my bucket list too.
I know, it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah. Well, and right now we're just going past the Thornbury Village craft cider and beer spot as well. So if you're on a bicycle, you can definitely stop and have a cider.
For one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only one, Rhonda.
You know. But they do have fabulous cider. It's delicious. You can go in for tasting flights and that sort of thing. They've got a fabulous balcony patio that is usually hopping busy.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never been in.
It's a really nice spot actually, and their product is quite delicious. I do enjoy it.
Now another neat spot to check out, and we don't have the time today, but is the Thornbury Dam. The province, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, spent a lot of money here quite a few years ago, and now have a really neat fish ladder.
Yes.
So the salmon run, which will be happening, the end of September, that will be a go-to spot. And then while you're here, do the Main Street.
Oh my gosh, their main street is spectacular. They've got fabulous little shops. The Thornberry Bakery Cafe. The one is the Cheese Gallery. They make incredible sandwiches in there, and the cheese is amazing. They have beautiful things to look at. And I know that there's also a secondhand store here that gets really good quality stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yes, there is, yeah. The hours are a little wonky, so you're going to want to get to know those so you're not disappointed, but yeah, really great stop for that sort of thing too. And we passed by, I forgot to mention, the Sheila Fox Gallery, which is right at the corner. I am always so excited to see what she has in the window there, because
I took a quick peek when you were talking, and they have the lone pine, so it looks like the Tom Thompson.
Yeah,
really nice. Piece work.
They always have really beautiful artwork in the front window there. Yeah, it's a great little spot with the new Foodland and the new LCBO. You know, it's definitely, you know, expanding from Collingwood over this way.
Oh, definitely. And don't forget about Clarksburg. Clarksburg is a really nice little community. And if you have the time to stop in there, go visit Clendenin Dam. Really neat spot. Clendenin Dam was built to help with the frazzle ice problem in the spring, or kind of if there's an open winter with a really cold snap, and the water is the dam is to break up the frazzle ice.
What's frazzle ice?
Frazzle ice, it's a special ice that forms. Well, that's a whole other show, really.
I get to come back.
We need to go visit Clendenin Dam. That is a spot to go, because it's in Clarksburg, and not many people know that it's there. And there is a hiking trail there as well.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Yeah. There's so much to do around here. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. There's tons to do now. Along with this comes Goldsmiths.
Yes, Goldsmiths. I was forgetting the name.
Yes, Goldsmith.
I have to say, you told me about a particular pie that they sell here, and oh my lord, fantastic!
It is fantastic.
It is.
Go in. What do you think?
I think I should definitely get another pie, because, you know, just to make sure that it's as good as I remember, as I think it was, because I have a feeling it was. And boy, they've got really pretty things in here. We've got beautiful
the lady in front
stuff.
of us is definitely stocking up.
Oh, yes. At least for this afternoon.
We don't want to hijack her pie.
Cup of tea, piece of pie.
I know.
You know, it's a great way to spend the afternoon after you've been out on a hike. You know,
definitely
over to Peasemarsh. Yeah.
No backup camera in this car.
Oh, uh-oh.
Beep, beep, beep. How's that?
Clunk. Well, there's so much to do and see in Grey and Bruce counties, you know. It's awfully nice to have you to bounce things off, though, because you know everything about this place.
No, not everything. No.
Gee whiz, yeah.
No. Just born and raised here, so, you know.
Well, me too,
know.
But... like, where are we going today?
I know.
We're going to do what?
We're going to do what? I know.
Yeah.
So we're going to slide into Goldsmith. I need a sweater. It is now clouded over, and the joys of a convertible. So we're either going to have to put the roof up or bulk up with some more clothing. So anyway.
Sounds like a plan.
And thanks for joining me.
No problem.
It's always a blast.
Can't wait for next time.
I know. We got to go get our tarts.
See ya.
Bye.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
I don't fit in the world. Is it possible the world still needs you? All in her head. It's real.